Alrighty, guys, Madman Mondello coming at you live from the Gardendale Garage here in beautiful Alabama once again. Mr. Brandon Morgan, okay, and also, I do believe we have here Kevin Harrod. Alright, now, two console stream here, alright. Tyler, how are you, man? Good to see you, brother. Alright. So anyway, what we have here now is these guys, they went ahead, they purchased consoles off the website from us, and here they are. They're both 250 gig drives. They're up on Alliance servers along with a 10-day trial of the Purge. Got college football revamped version 11 for NCAA 14 on it. Bo2 Mw3 and Ghosts offhosts. All right, and pretty much we're all good to go here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire this thing up. All right, and this first one right here we're going to use as a guide and instructional. Okay, and I'm going to showcase the second one. So let's fire it up. Let's see what it does. I'm going to go ahead. Let me go ahead here and let me take this controller up here. All right. Now, as long as my HDMI holds out, which yep, there it goes. Good. All right. So anyway, we're gonna boot up into Aurora. We're gonna get some notifications from the server letting us know that it's online and live and all that. And Tyler, I'm gonna tell you what, man. After the bouts with my truck that I've had, okay, all right, and now I gotta replace the catalytic converters on it. Believe me, I'm tired too. All right. So anyway, okay, Brandon, here we go. All right, now look, it boots up into Aurora. Okay, right now we're at show all. We're using the Aurora dashboard. All right. If you hit the back button, you're going to get a file manager, and as you can see, the IP address of the Xbox on your local area network, scripts, restart, reboot, and shut down. All right, and then of course we hit the start button, business end of this thing. You got your assets for download and import and all that. Okay, and then you got your profile content where everything goes. Okay, don't mess around in there if you don't know what you're doing. All right, modules, which is Dash Launch, FTP Server, and Nova, language, security, and about. All right, now hitting the left shoulder button or the right shoulder button, that will go ahead and bring up a context menu, which of course then you can go ahead and you can pick whatever you want, Xbox 360, the Xbox Live Arcade, all that crap. So anyway, we're going to go to the 360 side right here, okay? And we'll start off, that's your dashboard right there. That's to get to the original dashboard, all right? And then, of course, we have a Battlefield, okay? We got some Call of Duties on there. All right, Call of Duty, as much as I can fit on a 250 gig drive, okay? Got some Modern Warfare, Gears of War series, Grand Theft Auto 5, Halo series, Minecraft, Football 14 with College Football Revamped mod on there, Red Dead Redemption, okay, Resident Evil, and all that kind of good stuff, all right? Now, we'll hit the RB button again, bring it over, Xbox Live Arcade, you got some Xbox Live Arcade on here, okay, you got a bunch of stuff on here, and then, of course, you've got the homebrew section where the tools reside, and you got your Xbox Classic games. You got a couple classic games on there. All right, those are the original for the original Xbox. You got some indie games on there as well. And of course, you got emulators and fully loaded. I mean, you got 7,000 ROMs just in MAME alone. All right, FCUX, that is a NES emulator, Game Boy Advance, Sega. MAME plays everything. SNES 360. Okay, and back to FCUX. All right, now we'll go ahead. Getting to the original dashboard, we'll hit it, okay? And Square should pop up with your name on it, and you'll have 30 days, I promise. It's just a GMT. It's that time of night, so of course it just flops over. All right, so anyway, got it. Good. Bypass the sign in. You'll see that it's up, it's online, it's live with a good KV. All right, and of course, if you hit the guide button, all right, if you go over to our fifth tab, we have our BO2 cheats, Ghost cheats, and Modern Warfare 3 cheats. To disable the cheat, hit A. To enable, hit A. It's pretty simple, all right? And then, of course, we'll go back to Xbox Home. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign into this crazy thing, okay? Mike, how are you, man? Has a 100E. Ooh. Oh, I'm going to have to look that up, brother. Hey, David, how are you, man? Good to see you. Good to see you, Mike. How you been, man? Um, an error. Ooh. 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 Yeah, that's not a good one. I'll look it up, Mike, okay? I'll look it up for you. But anyway, okay, so now we're back here at Aurora. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to sign in. All right. And there we go. We should sign in. We're good. Okay, life is grand. All right, now, look. All right, just to show you some of the mods here, what we got here. Okay, college football revamped. Okay, we'll fire that up. You're going to see it doesn't boot in with the EA Sports. It actually boots in with the mod, of course, which is college football revamped version 11. I'm going to tell you right now, Brandon, if you're into this game, in which you told me that's what you are, and you love this game, go to the College Football Revamped GitHub, okay? Google it, you'll find it. If you want to keep up with the mods on this thing, you're going to have to get on that GitHub, okay? Because they update it every month, it seems. And they have hundreds of people writing for it. They do all kinds of crazy stuff on there. Also on the GitHub, there's web applications, your links to rosters, and, how to use it. Just go to the Xbox section, all right, and you'll see. And when it comes time to update, you're just copying and pasting 6 files over to the Xbox, okay? I'm going to explain how to do that as well, all right? So don't worry about that. So we're going to start it up, all right? Now, it's got a roster on there already. I injected in, but, when you log in with your profile, you're going to have to inject the rosters in, okay, to your profile. But it's already set up and everything, so you don't have to moderate. It's already modded, okay? And then when you update it, you just have to go to the GitHub, download the 6 files, copy, and paste it over. All right, so anyway, you got play now. All right, and as you can see, it all works. Everything works the way it should. All right, you got your Dynasty, your Road to Glory, Team Management Settings, 2020 Season Ultimate Team, Xbox Live, My NCAA Legacy, EA Sports Extras, okay? So look, as I'm telling you, go to the College Football Revamped GitHub, go to the Xbox section, you'll see links for rosters, tools, all kinds of stuff. There's web applications for it. There's also PC applications for it, where you can modify databases and all that kind of good stuff. You inject rosters on it. You're able to play with your friends and use all the crazy teams and everything else. It's got playoffs on it, all that crap. All right. So anyway, there it is. It's fully loaded, ready to go. Now we're gonna get out of here. All right. Now I'm gonna go through a couple other mods with you, so that way that you know what, where, how, and who. Okay. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you for showing him that. I greatly do appreciate that. Um, all right. So now, okay, look, we're back here. Okay, and now what we're gonna do here, okay, is I'm gonna show you GTA 5 Purge menu, okay, which is for GTA 5. I'm gonna fire that up. All right. I'm going to show you how to use this menu. It's been around for a long time, okay, and it's a really decent menu. Works real good with this. All right, you're gonna get a square that's gonna pop up, and it's gonna ask you to default D-pad left and X and all this stuff. Okay, so when that pops up, I want you to do that. Okay, open menu with D-pad left and X. Just hit A. All right, and then what it's gonna do is gonna load into a game save. I'm gonna show you some mods on this thing. After that, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring you over to BO2. All right, and I'm going to show you some mods with BO2 as well as our off host, and BO2 has Jiggy and Sentinel. Separate menus that are installed. They're injected. The GSC menus, they're injected. I'm going to show you how to use that stuff. All right. And then once we do that, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to get this thing online for the first time at your house. Okay. Very important that you listen to what I'm telling you there. All right. Otherwise, you're going to rip your hair out trying to get it online. Okay. And I don't want to see you do that. I want it to go nice and smooth for you and not wind up messaging me, well, it's doing this, it's doing that, it's doing it. And, it should work just the way it works here. I got a regular Netgear Nighthawk router, okay, and, with 2.4 gigahertz bandwidth, for Wi-Fi, and, it syncs right up, okay, so it should sync up right on yours, too, with WP2A security. All right, so anyway, we're going to walk out here, okay, here we are. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the Purge menu, okay, there you are. All right, I'm going to go to Quick Start Options. All right, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab all of this stuff. I'm going to turn this all on, okay? But just by using A and using the D-pad. All right, we'll turn that one off. It's no fun without that. Okay, you got your quick options, okay? We'll do improved fly mode for the hell of it. All right, and now, when you're going down, you got teleport locations, every place in Los Santos, and then some. Online players, recovery options, character options, bodyguard menu. I don't roll alone, okay? You got to have Tony stun gun strippers. Quite a few of them, actually. And they're showing nipples. Isn't that nice? Okay? So anyway, there you go. What an ass. Yeah. Oh, this one's bouncing. Damn it. No, not the head. The ass. Yeah, there you go. Look, the cheeks are jiggling. Okay, so anyway, back at it. That's enough of that. All right, so anyway, we'll go back there. Weapons options, okay? Turn your stuff on right here. We're using an artillery gun, a rocket gun, a grenade gun. That should be enough, really. But then again, I like to set them on fire and explosive ammo. All right, so now, all right, we'll back out of there by hitting B. Okay, we'll go over. I'm gonna go to misc options here. I'm gonna bring up some daylight here. Okay, go to weather options. We'll back the time up a little bit. There we go. Ah, yes, the cheeks. Nice song. And nipples. Yes. Okay. So anyway, all right. There we are. We're gonna back out of there and back out of there. And then what we'll do is we'll close the menu with D-pad left and X. All right. I'm gonna simply grab a gun here, okay, and pretty much do whatever I want to do here, okay, including setting them on fire, rocket guns, all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, that all works pretty good. So, anyway, yeah, you could do all kinds of crazy stuff with this thing. All right, and yeah. Yes, oh, look, someone in the street on fire, folded up like a taco. All right. Or was that a burrito? Ah, here we go. Got rid of him. Yeah, tried to get away, did you, huh? That didn't work out too well for you, did it? All right, so anyway, now that that's all done. Okay, tell you what, we'll go ahead. We'll go to the, eh, yeah, we'll go to Los Santos Customs, and let's say we want to get away real quick. Well, it's pretty easy to do. I always grab a great vehicle to get away with. Okay, a scooter. Come on, get on, get on. There you go. That's it. Forget the helmet. All right, now we can go into fly mode. Okay, and then we can just fly around and escape from them, okay, and fly through the city, that kind of good stuff, so on and so forth, and then if you want to make a little extra money, just drop some stun gun strippers that out, really easy. All right, they'll go ahead and make you money and bring it back to you. All right, I'm kidding. All right, but anyway, as you can see, it all works pretty good, and yeah, I'm not very good at flying really, but that's okay though, Oh, it looks like I'm gonna hit the building or something. Yeah, I'm gonna land on the strip right here. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Hey, what's the matter with you, huh? All right. So anyway, yeah, we'll get off the bike. And let's see here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. Got my gun. Good. Life is good. Make a menagerie here. Everything's all good. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, as you can see, it all works very well. All right. Now, I'm gonna get out of here now. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bring you back, and I'm gonna bring you to BO2. All right. I'm gonna show you some BO2. Dustin, we don't have any MW2 mods on the server. Okay, they're not implemented right now because we tried them and we have to write and that's an all post. But you can with MW2 you can use a matrix menu. Go see Jort, Jort, 0010 on Discord. Okay, and he's got the matrix menu. It does all the CODs and all the BO2s. Okay, and usually that guy. I mean, he's got everything for all of that. All right. Right now we're working on advanced warfare cheats for our server, and that's gonna light up very shortly. Okay, so you'll be able to use that in in advanced warfare. All right. As far as let's see here, like this one right here, like MW3. Yeah, it works here, and it also works on Ghost too. The off host, what we have is this. This is the off host right here. I'll show you, just so you know. All right, Brandon, this is gonna be the off host for you. So let's see here. We'll hit that. We'll hit the start button. We'll go to multiplayer. All right, and then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and once we get into multiplayer. All right, there we go. Modern Warfare cheats loaded. Okay, system link. All right, we'll just create a game real quick. Start the game, and then I'll show you. Hopefully I got the right XEX on this thing. I have several server XEXs lying around. All right, here we go. Waiting for other players. Good. Okay, we should be good. There we go. All right, now we'll auto assign. Okay, Grenadier. Now these sheets are universal across all of them. All right, all you gotta do is hit D-pad left. There it is right there. Aimbot options. Hit X, and as you can see, you can turn it on. The aimbot type, nearest, visible, crosshair, silent aim, so on and so forth. Okay. Um, you do visible, and then you can do auto aim if you want, auto shoot. Okay, but well, I don't really like doing them. You got spin bot, spin bot fast, fake aim, fake up, anti aim, visible warning, proximity warning, target details. Now when we get MW2 up on this thing, all right, this is what it's going to look like. The same thing. Okay. Now you can put pyramids around them, all that kind of good stuff. Turn your ESP on, snap lines, all that. I mean, of course, I don't have any bots running around. That's why I use BO2 for that. But anyway, as you can see, it all hitting D-pad, and then pretty much then the cheats go away. No big deal. Well, they don't go away. They're just the menu turns off or whatever. But that's in MW3. All right, we'll bring this back here. And what I'm gonna do. And you're welcome, Dustin. No problem, man. Yeah, just go see Jort. Jort 0010. Okay, on Discord, and he'll take care. Tell him Tony sent you. He'll take care of you. All right. Now, Let's see. We'll go ahead. All right, and just for haha sake, like BO2. All right, we'll fire that up. Now, BO2, of course, is going to go ahead and you're going to see BO2 bypass, cheats are loaded, all this crap. All right. And then what we'll do is we'll do a little multiplayer game right after the stupid Dolby logo. Makes me want to. Doesn't let you hit the start button. No, no, you got to wait for that. Okay. Now, here we go. All right, we'll fire this off here. All right, we'll press start. Okay. Now, we're going to go into multiplayer. All right, and I'm gonna grab some bots. Okay. Here you go. And you're going to see that it's going to say, again, BO2 is bypassed because it's running a different XEX now, of course. And then, of course, you're going to see cheats are loaded. Everything is good. We'll do a little local game right here. We'll set up the bots. We'll do 9 of the little bastards, okay? Now, look, for Jiggy, hold and left trigger, push down on the right thumbstick, A to select, X to back out. And like I said, the offhosts that you've seen before, well, it's pretty much the same thing on here. D-pad left to open it, X to select, B to back out, D-pad left to close it. Now, this one I'll be able to get some bots on there, so that way then you can see how it works, okay? So what's going to happen is there's basically 2 menus in this in one because we have Jiggy injected on this thing, okay? Look, all right, we'll fire this off. Now, to open up Jiggy, hold in left trigger, push down on the right thumbstick, there you go. Gonna go to main mods. I'm going to do quick mods because it does a bunch of them, and you'll see them pop up over here, okay? We got God mode and all that stuff on there, all right? Now, if you want to play with this online, you have to go into a session like I just did. You have to go to host only, all right? And then you have to force the host by hitting A, okay? Once you force the host and you're back out of this session, you go into a public session, you'll have Jiggy and you'll have the off host online. Now, to make this simple here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to modify some bullets here. I'm going to use swarms and grenades, okay? And dog bullets, and I'm going to light their ass on fire with flare bullets. Then I'm going to hit X and back out of there, and I'm going to hit X to back out of here. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit D-pad left. There's our off host right there. It's a little bit more simplistic than the other ones. Okay, we're going to hit X, and we're going to turn all this crap on. Okay, aimbot menu, we'll turn that on screen. These 3 here, ESP menu, we'll turn that on. We'll put pyramids around them. Okay, name, distance, and weapon. And you set this up any which way you want. Okay, if you go to MISC menu, you have scroll bar, watermark, draw on and off, show host, end game. Okay. So, you don't want to do that. So anyway, now what we'll do is we'll hit D-pad left and close that out. Now, when they turn blue, let them have it, okay? We'll fly through the air with the aid of Jiggy, because that's what Jiggy does, okay? And then we could just move around and swarm kill everything and anything in sight, okay? Now, when in doubt, pull it out, go to the aimbot, go to unfair aimbot. Now you're going to get automatic headshots all through buildings, schools, and everything else, and the match and piss everybody off, and they're going to hate your guts, all right? So, don't do what I do online because that just pisses a bunch of people off, okay? Don't do that, all right? But anyway, just for demonstration purposes, there you are, okay? That's how it works. And now, what I'm going to do here, okay, is I'm going to go ahead, all right? And now that this is done, I'm going to go ahead into zombies. I'm going to show you Sentinel menu, okay? Now, Sentinel, it's just like Jiggy, except, it's a little different, all right? So we're going to back out of here, yeah. We're going to back out of here. We're going to go right directly to zombies. Now, once we're in zombies here, all right, zombies going to start up. BO2 is bypassed once again. Here we go. We're going to go to local, okay? I'm going to do a local game. All right, there's our wonderful Earth, okay? We'll hit that. Then what we'll do is we'll start that up. We'll do transit, okay? And then we'll start the match, okay? Now, you're going to hold and left trigger, push down on the right thumbstick. That's going to open up Sentinel. You're going to use X to select on this one. And then push it on the right thumbstick to back out of it. All right, so here we go. It's going to start. We're waiting to challenge. Yes, here we go. All right. And there we are. Now, you'll see the instructions right here. Hold in left trigger, push down right thumbstick, X to select, God mode, infinite ammo, unlimited sprint, double speed, no clip. And let's see here. We'll toggle the aimbot. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead, we'll back out of here by hitting the right thumbstick, pushing it in. We'll go to the weapons menu. We'll use X to select. And we'll go down here and we can use a fully automatic RPG. All right, that usually works pretty good. All right, and then we can go ahead and we can back out of here. Okay, and then we can back out of here, and then pretty much, yeah, they're coming after me. Yeah, there they are. Time to wake up, guys. Come on, wake up. There you are. Okay, might as well get all of them after me. Oh, there's another one right there. Man, the breath stinks. Jesus Christ. All right, now you got them coming after you. No big deal. Here we go. And they're all going to die, every single one of them. Okay? Pretty much, yeah, that took care of all of them. So, you know, like I said, you could do all kinds of crazy stuff on this thing. Um, Opening back up the menu, fun menu models, menu forge, menu zombies, menu power-ups, menu round menu, like power-ups menu. Okay, you can shoot power-ups, infinite insta-kill enabled, infinite fire sale enabled, spawn a power-up, and you could spawn like a nuke. There you go. And pretty much everything dies, okay? You can spawn an insta-kill, full ammo, okay? Insta-kill UG, spawn teller withdrawal. Okay, I mean you do all kinds of crazy stuff with this thing. All right, I mean it's not. It's got a lot of stuff on here. Okay, so as you can see, it all works very very well. Okay, you know, I mean you just have to get used to it. Once you do, you'll be okay. All right. So anyway, now I'm gonna back out of here. Okay, go back here, and I'm gonna go back here. Now listen. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to get this thing online for the first time. It's rather important that you listen to what I'm telling you here, otherwise you're gonna rip your hair out if you don't. Okay, so look, when you first get this thing, don't just power it on. Please don't do that because the only thing you're going to wind up doing is sitting at the Xbox 360 logo forever. All right, you don't want to do that, okay? So when you first get it, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to, well, turn off, thank you. I want you to grab hold of the drive door and then I want you to grab hold of the hard drive. I want you to pull it out of here, okay? Place it up there, all right? Then what I want you to do, plug your HDMI cord in, get your controller ready, power the unit on, all right? Now, once the unit powers on, it's going to go ahead and it's going to go right to the original dashboard. You're not going to have a fancy dashboard or anything like that. We just want to get it on your local area network, and the only way to do that is pull a hard drive. Well, there's a couple ways, but this is the easiest way. Okay, the easiest way to do this. Okay, look now, up over, go to settings, go to system, go to network settings. Okay, now underneath the network settings, you will see my Wi-Fi is already selected. Yours is going to pop up over here somewhere, okay? What I want you to do, I want you to click on it and put your password in. When you do that, it's going to automatically test the Xbox Live connection just like this. We're looking for a check mark and 2 red X's on this thing. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want, okay? And that's what you want, okay? We got to connect to the local area network. That's connected, so we're good there, okay? Now, the rest will follow once we put the hard drive back in because we don't want to go directly to Xbox Live without a stealth server because if we do that, it will instantly ban the KV and you don't want to do that because then you have to buy a new one. That's the reason why it says failed and blocked. That's dash launch actually protecting the KV. All right, so anyway, once you get this check mark and 2 red X's, then I want you to power the console off. All right, and then what I want you, I hate that background downloads. Okay, power the console off, and then what I want you to do, I want you to simply take the hard drive, slip it back in. All right, it'll seat with a click. You'll feel it. Close the drive door. Pull the power cord out for 5 minutes. Okay, if you don't do this, you're not going to get online. You're going to wind up with DNS errors and everything. So you got to leave this out for 5 minutes. Okay, you got to reset the TCP buffers on this thing and everything else. So the only way to do that, like I said, pull the power cord. Okay. Once it's out for 5 minutes, after 5 minutes, then you can plug it back in. And the only reason why I'm doing it is because it's already on my network, so the credentials should be right, and it should start up and connect to the internet and connect to live, all right? But for you, 5 minutes. After 5 minutes is up, plug it back in, get it all ready, power it on, all right? I'm going to sync up this controller right here, okay? And the system's going to boot, and when it does, see this green stuff moving around? That's cool. We want it to stop though, okay? And it just did. That means it locked onto the server. Now it's contacting my server, it's authenticating and all that stuff. And as you can see, welcome to Alliance. Aurora started up. Okay, life is good. Now, halfway there, we're most likely online, okay? However, though, we're going to test that, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go right to the Xbox 360 dashboard right here, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to run that. Now, if that square pops up with your name on it, that means you connected properly, all right? You're good to go to live, okay? So we got it. Good. Okay. Now, you can go ahead and put your retail profile on here if you want, but I guarantee you sooner or later, once you start messing around in Bo2 and all that stuff, you're going to get it banned, okay? And not because of the server or anything, but it's because people report you, and when they do that, they report you multiple times. Well, Xbox has no choice but to look at it, and when they do, they're going to see, oh, this guy's flying around the map, he's doing all kinds of crap. Whoa, 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 whoa. And then what they'll do is they'll ban your profile. Now, you can always get it. You can always get another KV. That's not a problem. But your profile, if you got money into it and everything, and it goes away, that's not cool. So just do me a favor. Go to your PC, go to xbox.com/live, okay? Make an account on there, all right? Use Outlook for the credentials. Use a real phone number so you can authenticate the account, because if you don't authenticate it, it will not let you log in, okay? Think up a silly name, think up a silly password, and make the account, okay? You got to make a Modders account on this thing, all right? Once you do that, then you go ahead, and once you authenticate it, then you come back here, you go to download profile, and you download it, okay? You put your password in that you chose and everything else, okay? And once you do that, it should look like this, all right? It should spin you around. You should get the spinning circle of death, okay? Profile should sign in and everything is good. In the event you wind up with a problem downloading the profile, okay? If you're sitting at that download screen for like 15 minutes, well, it got an error, okay, or it got corrupted or whatever, and it couldn't download it. So if that happens, okay, then there's a way to fix that as well, and I'm going to tell you how to do it, all right? If you're sitting at that stupid download screen, back out of it with B, okay? Then what I want you to do, I want you to come up over here, go to settings and go to system, go to storage, okay? Go to the hard drive right here, hit A, all right? And your profile will be, the profile that you try to download will be underneath profiles, underneath this profile right here. I want you to highlight it, I want you to hit A, and then I want you to delete it right off of the hard drive. Just get rid of it because it's no good. Then, back out of here, okay? Back out of here. Leave the hard drive highlighted, okay? After this, I want you to hit Y for device options, clear the system cache, and do it twice. So that's once, and then we're going to do it one more time, just for good measure. There you are. That's twice. Back out of here, up, over. Okay, go to social, sign in, sign out, and then highlight download and re-download the profile. It will download, okay? Once it downloads, all right, I want you to hit the guide button, and I want you to go back to Aurora, okay? Once we go back to Aurora, all right, we're going to do another little thing here that's very, very important, all right? You'll see this title here, XM360. Now, it's in the homebrew section as well, okay, like right there, okay? And what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and I want you to click A on that, all right? I want it to run. Okay, now what it's going to do, it's going to go ahead and it's going to load all the titles and all the downloadable content, everything that's on the hard drive. And it's going to look at it, it's going to see what's locked and what's not locked. And then what we're going to do is we're going to unlock everything. Because if you don't unlock your downloadable content or your title updates or your game saves or whatever, well, you ain't going to be able to access it. All right, the Xbox won't let you do it. That's a security feature that Microsoft came up with that was bypassed by some kid who was 14 years old with a lollipop in his mouth writing this damn thing. So, what we're going to do is, as you can see, there's all your XBLA. I want you to do me one favor, though. I want you to go over to rescan, and I want you to rescan all. And you see what I'm saying here. It's going through everything right there. Okay, so it's found, so far 88, 97, 99, 100 DLC. Okay, XBLA. Title updates found, 19, game saves, all that. All right, now, what you're going to do, D-pad over, go to unlock XBLA, hit A. Okay? Yeah, everything's already unlocked, so we're good. All right? We're just doing this just for precaution and for my sanity as well as yours. All right? Now we'll go over to show DLC. Now, all your downloadable content, we'll show it right there. I want you to D-pad over. I want you to go to unlock DLC, hit A, and it should, okay, everything's unlocked, so we're good. Okay, we have nothing to worry about, all right? And then once we're done, we're going to go to exit the dash. It's going to take us back to Aurora. Now, remember, when you put, if you download, like, content, or you download a game, or whatever, okay, and you put it on this thing, you have to go to XM360 and make sure it's unlocked, because you don't know if it's region-free or not, if it's locked or not, whatever, okay? If it's locked and it's not hashed to this console properly, it will not run. You will not see it, okay? So you'll wonder what's happened. Hey, what happened with my DLC? Like a map or whatever, maps for this, that, or the other thing, or whatever, or add-ons. If you download them off a website or a torrent site, you gotta unlock them. Make sure that they're unlocked. Go to XM360 after you put it in the content folder and unlock it, and you'll be good to go. All right? So anyway, that's how that works. Now, I'll show you a couple other things here, okay? Playing emulators. Really easy. Just go to the emulator that you want. Main plays everything, and that's got a bunch of ROMs on it. They all have ROMs on them. They all got a bunch of ROMs. It's all the same thing, okay? However, though, MAME plays a lot of stuff. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna hit A. We're gonna launch it. You will see this blue screen that pops up that will remind you of a Windows crash screen, okay? But it's not. All right, and as you can see, here's your ROMs right here. Holding the right trigger, you can go down page by page, okay? Holding the left trigger, you can go up page by page, all right? Now, you can go D-pad down, D-pad up. There's games all the way back to like 1977 on this thing, all right? Now, Y options will give you, sound enabled, cheats enabled, if there's any cheats for, whatever, so on and so forth, okay? Now, remember this, okay? When you're in the game, you can press it on both thumbsticks, okay? And the sub-menu will pop up. And if there is a cheat for that game, you'll be able to enable it. You can change the pixels on it, the shaders, the screen size, all that stuff, okay? Once you're done with the game or whatever, all right, you can hit the guide button and go to Xbox Home, and that'll take you back to Aurora. Or you can play another game within the sub menu or whatever. Those emulators, a lot of them have where you can go back to the game list or whatever and play a game. But anyway, when you're done with it, just hit the guide button and go back to Aurora. Now, all right, classic games is a different animal. Okay. Now, if you try to play a classic game on this thing right now with the server online, and what I mean is with this fancy little dashboard right here, well, guide, I should say, what'll happen is it will black screen and it will fatal crash and it will make the Xbox do absolutely nothing, just like right now. See what I'm saying? You gotta when you're playing classic games, you gotta put it in bypass mode. That's the only way that you're gonna be able to play a classic game on this thing. Okay? Now bypass mode is simply this: we're bypassing the plugins in Dash Launch 2 through 5. Okay? So when you want to play a classic game, power the unit off. Okay? Power it back on. Hit the eject button and leave the tray hanging out. Okay? Aurora will pull it in for you. Now the system just booted. Okay? And as you can see, it's a very, very fast booter. And this is a Corona, by the way. Okay, it's just so you know, Corona motherboard, not the beer. Okay, but the motherboard. All right. Hey, Brandon, how are you, man? Good to see you. Glad you joined. All right. So anyway, leave the tray hanging out. Now the tray just sucked right back in. Okay, so we're good. Okay. Now we're at Aurora. Okay, I'm gonna hit the. Well, first I have to sync the controller up. Jesus. All right. I'm gonna hit RB. I'm gonna bring it down, and I'm gonna go right to classic games. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna choose a classic game. Now, with Aurora, sometimes these things will crash on boot or whatever, okay? You can go back and just hit it and it'll work, okay? But I'm just giving you a warning that, sometimes it'll fatal crash. It ain't going to hurt the console or anything, all right? Anyway, we'll start it up. Okay, there's our logo. We got a blink. That's good. All right. Let's see if the thing loads now and everything else. Yep, there it goes. Okay, and life is grand, as you can see. All right. And there's the game. All right. There we are. Everything should be fine. Now you're playing like you did on an Xbox back in 2002, the original Xbox, all right? As you can see, there's Tony Hawk's Underground. Everything is good, all right? And there you are, okay? And it plays and all that kind of good stuff. When you're done with it, now mind you, on exit, this thing could also fatal crash. Ain't going to hurt anything, but just a warning, okay? Because Aurora, I don't know what, where, how, or who, or what they did. It never did it on FSD, but it does do it on Aurora, okay? So just a warning to you. I'm going to hit the guide button. Yep, see what I'm saying? But it ain't going to hurt anything, and the only thing it's going to do is it's going to bring it back to Aurora, okay? So you're not going to hurt anything or anything like that. As you can see, it's fine, okay? And you can play another classic game. It's just a byproduct of, I mean, it could be the compatibility file. It could be Aurora, whatever it is. There's something in memory that it's not liking, okay, on exit. But it doesn't really matter because, like I said, it brings you back to Aurora, and you can play another game. Ain't no big deal. Now, copying and pasting files and folders over, okay? Oh my God, Tyler, are you insane, bro? You're killing me. Just wait till I finish your Minecraft Xbox One. That's going to be quite interesting, Tyler. Especially with my twist on it. You just might get a pickle. All right. Anyway, okay, now look. Okay. As I was saying, copying files and folders over to this thing, it's pretty easy. It's not a big deal, but some people don't know, so I'm going to go through it. All right? I mean, look, it's really easy. You take a USB stick, okay, and you got your computer, format the USB stick FAT32, okay? Don't get a USB stick over 64 gig because it will not see it, all right? FAT32 only supports up to so many gigabytes, okay? So, this one here is a 32 gig, okay? I use this. Format it FAT32, on Windows, right-click on it and just format it FAT32. Then whatever menu, file, or KV, or whatever that you want to put on this thing, copy it over to the USB stick, all right? Then what we're going to do, we're going to stick it in the Xbox, okay? Once I can find the damn hole, there we go. All right. And then you're going to see USB is inserted, okay, in this crazy thing. There you are. All right. And now we're going to hit the back button. And there's our wonderful file manager. Okay. Now, I'm going to click on that. Now, as you can see, one of them's gray, one of them's white. Okay. The one that's white is highlighted. That's the one that we're working with. Okay. Now, if you hit the right shoulder button, well, there you go. And now we're working off of this one. It's just a Windows system. Okay. We're going to copy from right to left. All right, so I'm going to select left here, and then I'm going to go down to HDD1, and I'm going to put it on the root of the folder. Okay? Now, as you can see, there's your kv.bin. This is the original KV off of this Xbox, by the way. It writes it to the hard drive. Okay? Your launch any XPDM, any all that. Any menu that you're going to put on the root of the drive, and then you're going to enable it in Dash Launch. Okay? And I'll get to that. Okay, but for right now, okay. We're in the root of the drive. Now, we can go to System. We can go to the USB stick, okay, and you will see that there's a bunch of files on here that I've got. I've got a ton of them, okay? We'll go down. All right, let's say we want to put that menu on the Xbox, okay? Well, all you got to do is X to select it, and then D-pad over, highlight that, go down here, go to A to copy, all right, and it'll copy it, one file queued for copy, and you could copy multiple files over if you want, copy whole folders to it. Now, once we select it, we're going to hit LB. Now, we're going to go ahead, we're going to D-pad over, we're going to hit paste, we're going to hit yes, and there it is, okay? There's your CLE engine on HDD1, okay? To delete it, hit X to select, bring this over, X to delete, right there, yes, and it's gone, okay? It's that easy, all right? I mean, like I said, you can copy whole folders over and all that kind of good stuff, all right? Very easy with the file manager to do, a little archaic, but it still works, okay? So, I mean, there you go. Now, I'm going to unplug this USB stick, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, okay, how to copy files and folders over with a computer, all right? Now, look, if you have a Windows computer, you can use WinSCP. Just Google it, download it, and install it on your PC, okay? You can also use FileZilla if you're running Linux. You can use the file transfer system from a Mac directly. That's another form of FTP. You could use Microsoft Neighborhood. All right, which is Xbox Neighborhood SDK latest edition. Download it, install it on Windows, and you can access it that way. And if you dare to, and you want to drive yourself crazy, you can use your phone, go to the App Store or whatever it is, right? Play Store, whatever it's called nowadays, and go in there and download, search for an FTP client. Any one of them will do. All right? Now, once we do that, and we have everything all set up, all right, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this over here, and I hope that you can see it good. And it looks like you can. I can only hope so. And I'm going to swap over to my computer here, okay? Now, as I was saying, well, before I do that, all right. One very important thing I forgot: the IP address. Okay, that's the IP address on the local area network. That's what it's connected to your router, and that's the number it's using: 192.168.1.20. Okay. So now we'll go ahead, and I'm gonna go ahead and swap over to my computer, and then what I'm gonna do, all right, is now I have WinSCP. I've got Neighborhood installed on this thing. I got everything that I need on this site. All right, so we're going to open up this little thing right here, and after you install WinSCP or whatever, just go all the way down to W, and there's WinSCP. We're going to hit that, and it's going to bring this cute little screen up, okay? And then the file protocol we're going to use is going to be FTP, okay? We're going to use no encryption. The port number is always 21. We're going to use the IP address 192.168.1.20, okay? Now, username is going to be Xbox FTP. All right, password is going to be Xbox FTP. Okay? Now, we're going to log in. All right, you'll see reading the remote directory, and there's your files and folders right there. Okay, HDDX, that's for your compatibility files for the old Xbox. Okay, that's in the folder by itself. You got your system extension. You got your system. Stay out of that. And then, of course, you got game. That would be your virtual drives that would be running and all that. Okay, but anyway, needless to say, we're gonna mess around with HDD1. Okay, so we're gonna open that up. Okay, and as you can see, just like it was in the file manager on Aurora, well, there it is. Okay, just makes life a little bit more simpler. Okay, copy and paste the file. Well, that's pretty easy. All you got to do is just select it. Select whichever file you want, like this one right here. Just select it, drag it, drop it. Okay, and there it is. Okay, now to delete it, right click on it, delete. Okay, and it's gone. You can grab a whole folder if you want. Right now, let's say you have a game folder. It's got of course, the game name on the folder, and then within that folder is the game itself. You want to drag the whole folder over, but you want to put it in where it's labeled games. Okay, so you would just grab hold of like this folder right here, and instantly you just drop it in there. You drop it in the games folder, and off it goes. All right, and then it'll copy. Mind you, it takes some time because you're going through FTP. Okay, for God's sake. I mean, unless you have it wired, you know. I mean, you could do it wirelessly, but wired would be better. Transfer would be a lot quicker. Okay, but you can. All right, so I'm gonna bring this back over here now and just leave that there. But anyway, as you can see, your games folder is all laid out and all the games that are on it. You see what I'm saying? How everything, like Bo2. Okay, just to give you an example. Okay, look, Bo2. All right, that's good. There's all the files, everything that Bo2 runs on. All right, so we'll back up out of here now. Okay, all right, and like NCAA football 14. Okay, let's say you went to the college football revamped GitHub. Okay, the files you're gonna copy and paste are gonna be right here. Your quick QKL boost. These 6 files right here. Those are the ones that you're just gonna copy and paste. So let's say you got them over here. No big deal. Grab hold of them, highlight them, drag them, drop them, and it'll copy right over these. Okay, so when they come out with like version 12 or whatever, which most likely they will, because they do it every month, you just copy and paste it over there, and then you're good to go. All right, so pretty simple. All right, now I showed you that. Whoops. Yeah, I know. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna exit out of this, and there's another little ditty that you can do here. Okay, exit out of that. Now, you can download Xbox 360 Neighborhood SDK, okay? And you'll wind up installing it and put it on your Windows machine. You wind up with a green blob right there. There's the green blob. So we're going to open that up, all right? And then what's going to happen is it's going to open up what looks like Explorer, okay? Now I'm going to get rid of this one because that one has been shipped and gone, all right? And I'm going to add an Xbox 360 to the neighborhood. So I'm just going to double click on that, all right? There's our wizard right there. The wizard! Okay, I'm going to hit next. And now what you're going to do is you could type in JTAG if it's the only one that's on your network, and it'll find it, okay? I have to use the IP address, 192.168.1.20. Okay? Now I'm going to hit next. Okay? Now, it's going to ask me if I want it to be my default Xbox. Well, for me, it's going to be no. For you, it's going to be yes. Okay? So just hit yes and then hit next. All right? Finish. Done. Okay, and there it is. Now, right-click on it. You can open, explore, reboot, screen capture, synchronize time, security, set as default Xbox 360, delete, and properties, okay? To open it up, just double-click on it. And now have the patience of a saint, okay, because this is the way it works. Yep, we're still waiting. Yep, and there it is, okay? That was pretty quick, actually, for it. So anyway, now we can go to volume HDD1. That's what we're going to mess with, okay? So we could double click on that. And this could be used in conjunction with tools and everything too, all right? But we're going to open up the HDD1 right now. Here we go. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. Yep, any day now. That's why I like FTP. It's a little quicker. But Neighborhood has its features and it does have its place. Let me tell you right now, it's a very good program. I really do recommend it, all right? It's just the TCP on it. Some of them are slow. Some of them are real fast. What am I going to tell you, okay? But anyway, there's, again, our folders, our file structure, everything else that we need, okay? Now, you want to copy a file or folder over. Well, it's real easy. All you do is just, all you got to do is just right-click on here and open up another instance of File Explorer. All right, and then just go to the folder where you're gonna want to copy and paste something, and just grab hold of it. Right? No, I don't want that. Dang it. Okay, let's do this. Grab hold of it, drag it. It'll go there. Drag it to a blank section, and just drop it, and it'll put it right there. Then delete it. Right-click on it, and it'll come up with a context menu. We're gonna delete. Now it's going to ask us for confirmation, and then it will be gone. Okay? So it's pretty easy. All right? I mean, no big deal. But that's how you can use Neighborhood also. Okay? You get used to it. It's the same thing as File Explorer. So if you're familiar with File Explorer, you'll see it's just got some added little stuff to it or whatever. Okay? So anyway, plain simplistic terms, there you go. All right? Now, I'm going to explain something else here, okay? That's how we copy files and folders and all that, and hopefully this doesn't crash my Windows, although, yep, there it goes. Like clockwork. Okay, now, yes, Windows Explorer does that. It is what it is. Okay, now look. Okay, another thing about this thing, okay? As I was saying, when you copy a game over and you put it in the folder, okay, there's something else you got to do too. Hit the start button, go to content, okay, go to scan now. You drop the game in the games folder. Well, you have to scan it in. So when you scan it in, it's going to find the game. It's going to download it's going to download the title artwork and all that kind of good stuff, and it's going to put it right in there, okay? And when it does, you'll be able to find it, okay? And you'll go into your game section right here, and it will pop up underneath here, okay? And then what I want you to do is like this game right here, okay? You're going to hit Y, and then go here, all right? And you'll see that, there's a lot of stuff in here that you're going to have to get used to. But as you can see, we want to do, let's say, a title update to make sure that we have the title update, okay? So what we'll do is we'll look. Now, it's already in there. It's in the HCD1 content folder. If it's not in there, okay, once you download it, go to Unity Marketplace. It'll come up with it, right? And then you could be able to download it just by highlighting it and hitting A. It's already installed, so I don't have to do that, all right? So anyway, needless to say, there you go. Now, if you ever have a corrupt title update, okay, like this one is right here, okay? If you ever have a corrupt title update, all right, and all of a sudden Fatal crashes on you, something like that, well, most likely that is a title update. It got corrupted somehow, okay? It does happen. I've seen it happen, okay? What you do is you delete this title update right here, then go to Unity Marketplace, re-download it, and it'll be fine, okay? Once you download it, then you just back out of here, okay? Go to installed, and then all you're going to do is hit A. Now, that is disabled, okay, as you can see, all right? And then that's to enable. Just hit A, and then you'll be good to go. And back out of here, and off you go, all right? So that's how you update your title updates and all that stuff. And there's a whole bunch of features in Aurora. They're all pretty much self-explanatory, okay? Have a blast with it, all right? Now, Brandon, thank you for your business, man. I greatly do appreciate it. No, man, they have slim dev kits too. I've seen them as well. I seen one actually with a sidecar, yeah, which was, and it went for a very, very, very expensive price. But anyway, okay. So as you can see, there you are. Okay, Brandon, thank you so much for your business, man. I greatly appreciate it. We're gonna ship it off tomorrow. You have a tracking number tomorrow. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this one off here. Okay. And we're going to say goodbye to this one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire up Mr. Kevin Harrod. Okay? Now, Kevin, there's your console right there. It's a slim. It's a duplicate of that one. Okay? So we'll plug that in. Oh, if somebody says, well, how do I know that that's not the same console you had before? Excuse me. I don't play this game. Homie don't play that crap, okay? I'm pretty much a straight up shooter. All right? So, needless to say, here we are. That's Kevin's console right there. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to fire this one up. Okay? Now I'm going to take my controller. I'm going to sync it up. Okay? Hopefully. Come on, sync up. Don't play with me. There we go. Okay. Now, hopefully the video didn't die. I have an HDMI switch here with a lot of switches in it, and sometimes it doesn't register, and therefore it doesn't make the console boot. Pisses me off too. Plug that back in. Oh God, yeah, no signal. What else is new? Okay, let me restart the console. Sorry about that. It happens. Okay, fire it back up. Sorry about that, Kevin. It's one of those things, man. I'm gonna tell you. See, and there it goes. You tell me. All right. Anyway, all right. So now this one's gonna boot up. Okay. And we're going to get into Aurora, of course. Now, this is a duplicate. It's 250 gig drive. Same thing. All right. So it's sunk to the server. Okay. Life is good. Okay. It's synced on up. Life is grand. All right. There we are. Now, as you can see, welcome to Alliance. We're all good. Same compliment. Xbox 360 games. There you go. All right. A whole ton of them, including NCAA Football 14. That's just like the other one. Xbox Live Arcade. Same thing. Your homebrew section. Your classic games. Your indie games. And your emulators. Okay? And everything works just the way it did on the other one, okay? What we'll do is we'll go ahead. Let's see here. No, we won't do that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go right directly to the dashboard. Make sure it signs in. Yep. Hello again, Kevin Harrod. You're on Alliance Live. You only have 30 reserved days left. Got it. Good. Okay. Bypass the sign-in. You will see that it is up. It is online. It is live with a good KV, just like the other one. Okay? Hit the guide button. Our off hosts, as you can see. Disable, hit A. Enable, hit A. Pretty easy. Bring it back. Xbox home. And there you are. All right? Kevin, the first one that I did, everything that I said on there, that applies to this one too. They all work the same way, okay? It just depends on what plugins that you added and all that kind of good stuff. Now, I am going to show you something else too on here, okay? When you put plugins in and everything else, I'm going to show you on this one. All right? Homebrew section, go to Dash Launch right here, all right? Hit that, and you will see in Dash Launch, there's your paths, okay? That's how it boots up. This is the first file that it accesses. It sets up the environment for the Xbox, okay? We'll hit that. You got your behavior. Okay, don't mess around in here if you don't know what you're doing, okay? But everything has an explanation right here. See what I'm saying? Okay, whenever you highlight something like that, all right? Bring this back. Your network, okay? Always make sure XHTTP, LiveStrong, and LiveBlock are disabled. Otherwise, you will not get on the network. If these two are enabled, you're not getting on the network, okay? If XHTTP is enabled, what will happen is you won't be able to sign in. Okay, so make sure all of them are red. Okay, you got your timers. That's for your hard drive and all that. Don't mess around with that either. Please don't. Okay, I mean, unless you know what you're doing or you want to learn or whatever, that's fine. Okay, your plugins. XBDM, never remove that. That's for networking and to make it so you're able to get to Xbox Neighborhood with that. Alliance XCX, that's the server. XDRPC, that is a tool, okay? And you could put multiple menus in the XDRPC ini that's on the Xbox itself. You got the Crash Patcher, that stops Aurora from crashing because Xbox decided to change up an API and remove some IPs and all this stuff. So of course it was getting the error handling exception wouldn't it couldn't handle it. So we had to write a little plug-in so then that way then it stops Aurora from crashing and all that. And then of course you got GTA 5, the Purge. Okay, that's the menu for GTA. Now you put any menus you want in anything. It's your RGH, man. Okay, so just remember though, don't go for the older menus. All right, because a lot of them are not made to run on this kernel 17559. Okay, so a lot of the older menus they don't work and they will fatal crash the console immediately when you boot it up or whatever. Okay, your configurator. That's for FTP and all that. Now, that's already enabled in Aurora, so no big deal. Okay? We didn't get to worry about that. Anyway, whenever you change settings or whatever, after you change them, hit RB, bring it down to HDD. You'll see the little green circle. That means that's where the launch ini is located. And then you just hit X to save it. Okay? And then beat it back out. That's it. Piece of cake. All right? So, Kevin, listen. Thank you for your business, man. I greatly do appreciate it. It's going out with Brandon's tomorrow morning. You'll have a tracking number brought to your email, and life will be grand. So, listen, thank you. Hey, Tyler, if you keep check your title update, Tyler. Make sure that title update is good, bro. Okay? All right? Make sure of that, because if it's not, delete it and then re-download the title update. Okay? And it should be fine. All right. So anyway, listen, thanks so much for watching, guys. I greatly do appreciate it. Okay. I'm glad I was able to enlighten some people with this stuff. All right. And I hope that you have a good one. Be safe and everything. And I'm going to holler at you all later. Okay. You'll have a good one. Take it easy, guys. Be safe.